have been developing a lot of products for dry eyes, and in the course of the development we came across the product Nano Tears. Now, Nano Tears is taking castor oil and creating polarity in it and developing little tiny capsules of lipids. And the size of these tiny little capsule lipids, I call them nanopids. And they are like between 10 and 20 nanometers. And so when they are formed, they are incorporated into an ophthalmic solution, and they are very stable. And what we found is that they have enormous reservoir of polarity left. By that I mean they're capable of attracting the nonpolar lipid and reassemble themselves, and that's how it works. And it once it's introduced into the eye, it sort of reassembles itself into the outer layer of the lipid layer very rapidly, and creating the benefit for preventing dry eye. In the course of our development, although we don't claim this, we found that this particular polar reservoir has the ability to act as a scavenger for nonpolar lipids. And it is possible that it can act as a cleanser for the mammalian glands when they are clogged and so forth in there. This is a study that was ongoing that we are doing. So this particular product, the level and the concentration can be increased, creating literally millions of little tiny particles that we can increase if we needed to increase the power of the polarity.
If you were to compare your product head to head with competing products, what are the distinct advantages that you perceive?
Okay. The advantage is that because we are tiny, smaller, 10 to 20 nanometers in size, the preparation is kind of like a clear solution. And when you compare it to the other products like Restasis or the Optive Advantage, Refresh Optive Advantage, the particle size on these products are in excess of 200 to 500 nanometers, and the solutions are cloudy. And they have very little polarity left to act as on the nonpolar lipid. So they're actually acting merely as a lubricant, which our product does that same thing, but they are not as rapidly can reattach or reassemble into the outer lipid layer as ours.
How long does a single dose of your product last?
About 10 minutes or more, 10, 20 minutes.
So how often does it have to be instilled in the eye?
As often as the patient would like. There's no restriction.
Your current users, how often are they using it?
They're using it like 3 to 4 times a day.
So that's actually quite a decent interval.
Right.
Have you done any particular studies looking at the long-term effects or benefits of the application of your products?
There were some studies. It's not extensive, and it was done by Dr. Kopacki and the group, and it had shown some benefits, and they list them. One of them in particular is the osmolality gets improved. the the different visual function gets improved.
Do you believe your product helps to normalize the tear film in some way?
Yes, it does, and every doctor or every patient that have tried it, there are many, they all love it. So so it's been very successful. It has enormous lubrication. It's very comfortable, and it's got that benefit of the lipid, the clear lipids that are in there, and it works.
The product is preservative-free, correct?
Right.
How do you ensure that it doesn't get infected with use?
Okay, so this is a new delivery system where we've introduced the multi-dose preservative-free nanolipids, and the product is designed where when you squeeze the bottle, it's an engineering function. The drop goes only one way with a valve that stops the flow, so it can only go in one direction. And as a replenishment for the air, the air goes in through a special filter designed to filter the air, and it works real well. And we've challenged the system extensively. We've filled in the product with broth or liquid media for microorganisms to grow on, and we try to use it with the media in, making drops, and for maybe 30-40 days, and so the product stays sterile. And we also challenge the whole entire bottle in the delivery system by soaking it in little tiny pseudomonas organisms, and to test the integrity of the filter head and the filter assembly of the delivery system, and it works real good. So we're proud of this, and it works real well. There is no problem with the maintaining the sterility.
Is this an OTC or prescription product?
Right now it's an OTC product, but the same system can be used later on for prescription product solutions, which we intend to do in the next few years.
So do you have your own GMP facility, or do you outsource the
No,
production?
we have our own GMP facilities. It's located in Long Island, New York, and the facility is like 120,000 square feet. We have 120 employees, and we actually produce many ophthalmic products other than Nano Tears. Most of the dry eye product, other than the Nano Tears, we produce them. We reverse engineer them, and most of them are like in the label of the drug chains like CVS or Walgreens or Walmart, and so we produce an awful lot of solutions and ointments, and then we also have NDAs with ointments, like antibiotic ointments, which we produce under contract for some the NDA owners. So it's a very busy facility. I have 7 sterile Class 100 rooms.
What is your vision then for Nano Tears in the next 5 years?
Well, we wanna fully test it and develop it by doing an awful lot of sampling, get it acceptable by the ophthalmologist and optometrist, and we're gonna spend some money on marketing it properly and advertising it, and we're gonna see if we can even improve on that system by utilizing these little capsules, these nanopids, by possibly incorporating maybe some other medicinal ophthalmic products.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing this extraordinary work with us. It sounds like you've got an amazing product that fits a very important need for patients all around the world.
Thank you very much for having me.